Soti, what were your thoughts on the Masters this weekend?
Yeah, one of my biggest takeaways was first off, great tournament, but congrats to Rambo. And I think we take a lot away from what he said in his interview at the end of the round there. He was talking a lot about what he could control during the week and just staying focused on that as opposed to things that aren't under his control. Nick, in your golf game, what are some of the things that are under your control?
You know, I can make good decisions out on the course. I can look at yardages. I can look at different things that will affect the shot or affect my game, unlike a lot of the things that I can't control, like the weather, for example, or how the beer cart hasn't shown up, or something along those lines, right? And it's just going to hurt my game.
Yeah, I mean, even in my own game playing competitive golf, it was one of those things I was always concerned with the fact that, like, oh, who could I get paired with? And at the end of the day, it just wasn't under my control. Those guys playing in the Masters this week, there's that huge feud between the LIV and the PGA Tour. I'm sure that crossed their mind, but for Ram, it was just one of those things he could not control, so it wasn't worth his time and focus.
Yeah, I think it's one of the primary focuses that we have here, right? Things that we can control, things that matter, and then we want to live right in between those. All the things to worry about, for another day. We'll save those somewhere else.
So at GLA, this is actually one of our main principles. And yesterday we heard Ram talk a lot about things that were under his control, and we have a graphic here that explains it perfectly. Nick, why don't you walk us through the graphic?
Yeah, so we definitely have to be very process focused, right? And just like with Ram, he's talking about things that matter, things that are important to him. What he's not focusing on is the relationship between the PGA and the LIV, or the weather, or the delays, or start times, things that are completely out of his control and are gonna do nothing other than kind of get in his head and mess things up. So here, we wanna live right there. This is where we're focusing. Things I can control and things that matter. And that's where you're gonna get the best results out of your golf game.
Yeah, so in coming here to GLA, getting a plan for your golf game, that plan is gonna have to be compromised of things that are under your control. And so what we'll do is we'll put together something for you and take action on that immediately.